I turn this up, y'all? What's going on, guys? For the people that are in here, of course. How does it sound? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, another day, another stream. Today, what are we going to be talking about? Today we're going to be talking about, well, one, Celtics Warriors, Steph Curry. Also, I guess more Wizards Jaden Ivy talk, right? I would assume so. And guess what? I have a haircut today. I said it yesterday. I have a haircut. I was getting a haircut. I have my haircut today. So yeah, man. Wizards, Jaden Ivy. My mindset is completely like, you know, I'm full on Jaden Ivy right now. I know that it's like, I know that it's kind of difficult. It will be difficult to move. It will be difficult to happen. But I mean, I'm full on Jaden Ivy right now in my life. But firstly, I guess I would want to say congrats to the Golden State Warriors for winning another championship. What are they? Steph Curry, I would say he's top 10 now, in my opinion. I would say he's top 10. What's up, Zen? I would definitely say Steph is top 10. Thinking about it, no order right now. I would say Jordan, LeBron, Steph, Kobe, Wilt, Beal, that's 7. Bill Russell, obviously. That's 7. Do I want to put Shaq in there? I'm definitely putting Larry Bird in there, so that's 8. Larry Bird. 9. I can go Shaq. I can go Tim Duncan. 9, I'll go Tim Duncan. Then like 10, I'll go like Shaq. And that's just off the top. What's up, OBJ? You said 3 more days until Ivy's a Wizard. Yeah, I mean, they don't gotta wait till draft day. They don't have to wait till draft day. You said people said otherwise hating for real. Yeah. It's like, if you don't think Steph Curry, after getting the Finals MVP, if you don't think he's top 10 now, you're never going to think he's top 10. Because, I mean, the top 10 list is very difficult to move, you know, in my opinion. This is like a lot of people. And there's going to be one person who's not in there that you're going to be like, should be in there. But I won't 100% say Steph is top 10. But yeah, for the people who are in the stream, please, I enjoy the support. Make sure you like the video. That always helps get it seen, get it viewed. So liking the video. Obviously, you see some goals at the bottom. If you want to become a member or donate through a super chat, you can always do that. I appreciate any kind of support. OBJ, you said, I think they have to wait to make sure Ivy is there for. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you brought that point up, because you can always, it always could be a surprise. Like, what if Jaden goes, let me see. Like, what if Jaden goes to, I don't know. Let's say Jaden goes to like Houston or something. And they surprise and they shock everybody, and he goes to Houston. Are the Wizards okay with getting a Paolo? Are they okay with that? If they are, I mean, then sure. But I think they will have guarantee before the Wizards make that move. I think they will have already spoken to Orlando, OKC, and Houston, and like be like, all right, so who you guys picking? Because they know who they're picking already. Like all the top 4 teams, the top 3 teams, I'm sure are positive of who they're picking. I'm sure they're positive of who they're picking. What's up, Daniel? You said, hey, bro, tuning in from London, UK. Shout out London. If we were to trade up for Ivy, what do you think we would have to give up? And what would you be happy giving up, Big Love? I'd say definitely. I'd say definitely 10. Kuzma, probably Denny, because I'm thinking a little bit more that I'm thinking Rui stays more and more. Jay was in here yesterday. He was making me think, and I think Rui does stay. But I think 10, Kuz, Rui. I saw on Twitter yesterday somebody threw Kispert in there, but I don't know if I would throw Kispert in there. But they may want Kispert too. OBJ, why do Wiz fans act like Kuz is Michael Jordan? I think it's because, like, I don't know, Kuz seems like a guy who's easy to root for. I do think Kuz seems like a guy who's easy to root for. Whatchamacallit? I mean, I have no issue. See, the thing is with Kuz is like, he has to get paid. But like Brad is about to get paid, and KP has to get paid too, and then KCP is going to be a free agent. So it's like I have no issue moving him for the right piece, and I really like Kuzma, but he's not immovable for me. He's not an untouchable. Like, I do agree, people act like Kuzma's untouchable. Like, I think Kuzma's been good, but for the right player or right draft spot, I would package him, because you got a lot of people to pay. Like, contracts, salary cap, that's a real thing. And Kuzma's probably, if he has another good season, Kuzma's probably going to win a lot of money. Say, I hate to see Rui or Kuz go, but if the org is finally serious about contending for a title and changing the culture, you make that move to acquire Ivy. Yeah, like I'm all in on Ivy. Personally, I'm all in on Ivy. I'm a big Ivy guy. I think the guy's he's a dog, man. If the stream will get copyright claimed, if I showed Jaden Ivy highlights, I would. But yeah, Jaden Ivy he's a guy who I feel like can bring energy. He can bring a breath of fresh air to the Wizards fan base, to that Wizards arena. I'm all for it, man. I've been saying for the longest, I'm tired of the Wizards, just floating, bro. Like, make a move. We know no big free agent is coming. We know that. So it's like, it's time to, do something different, And the Wizards are pretty decent at drafting within the top 4. You look at John, you look at Brad. Otto is there. Also, shout out Otto Porter. NBA champion Otto Porter Jr., man. Shout out to Otto Porter Jr. Shout out to Gary Payton II. Shout out to Chris Chiozza. We got 3 former Wizards who won them a ring, man. They won them a ring. Dan, you say Kuzma got that swag about him. Came on leaps and bounds this year, but also put himself in the shop window too. I think 10 Kuz and Denny is a fair deal. We would have to take anything back from the Kings. Would we have to take anything back from the Kings? Probably, maybe. I'm not exactly sure how it would work, but yeah, I think 10 Kuz is your base right there for the Wizards. 10 and Kuzma. And then Denny. Probably another one of the youngins, yeah. So Kuz, 10, and one of the youngins. Maybe 2 of the youngins. You know, so. And I look at it like this. When trading like Rui or Denny for Jaden Ivy, who do I think is going to be better in the long run? I personally think Jaden Ivy would be the better player out of those two. Out of Rui and Denny. I would think Jaden Ivy would be the better player in the long run, personally. But I don't think that's a crazy take or anything. OBJ, you said they also act like Denny is Luka and Rui is Kawhi. Denny's fan base, his Israel fan base, they definitely are very high and very supportive of Denny. Shout out to my fans out in Israel. They're definitely very supportive of Denny. And I think it's because they seen it when they was playing with Maccabi Tel Aviv and they seen, you know, a lot of what he was doing. So they have and plus he's, you know, he's a hometown guy, you know, for them. So they're very high on him and I get it. But then he did have his flashes, you know, last season, defensively. Guys, if you're just joining, you know, please make sure you like the video, all that good stuff. I may play some Call of Duty today. I'm trying to stream for more than like an hour. I may play some Call of Duty and talk, you know, just so it's not just me on here. But, yeah. Zen, you said we just hate seeing the mediocrity season after season D. We finally want to step things up finally, and we could do that with the Ivy move. Most important, I just hope Tommy sees that. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I'm just tired of being like in purgatory, bro. I want them to be better, you know, than like, this is our thing. We're just trying to get to like the second round at least, you know. I mean, step by step, the playoffs. Matter of fact, let me take it back even more. We're just trying to not have to play in the play-in tournament. That's what we as fans want. We are trying to get past trying to even play in the play-in. It's like, we just trying to get past the play-in, man. We just trying to get past the play-in and not have to do that. Let's start with that. Let's get in the 6th seed to avoid the play-in tournament. Baby steps. So this year is the first year that Diddy do a full summer workout. That's facts. I hope you still have faith on him because this year is going to be a player who is supposed to be, I hope. Yeah, that's facts. Diddy, because he had the COVID year. He had the COVID year, which was a mess. He didn't even get to play Summer League. Then he got hurt. He didn't even get to experience that first round series against the 76ers. So yeah, Denny's definitely had some rough luck going on. You know, I really hope, I still have faith in Denny. You know, I've seen the potential. I hope to see that jump for him in his 3rd year. You know, improve on the finishing. Definitely just stay. My thing with Denny is always the confidence level. Because we'll see with Denny, he'll be confident and he'll have like a stretch of games where he's playing really good. He's locked in defensively. And then we'll have a streak of games where it's like his confidence is lower. You know, because he's missing his shots. He's missing threes. He may go like 1 for 4, 1 for 5 from 3 or something like that. It seems like his confidence is a little shaky. You know, so I would say one of my main things with Denny, it's always been this, is just keeping that confidence. Because when he's confident and he's playing well, he looks really good. But sometimes he loses that confidence and he gets a little shaky and he goes on a little rough patch from time to time throughout the season. So I definitely want to see him continue to keep that that confidence up. Definitely. But man, I think I gotta see what the Wizards do, man, before I can really, because I can't even predict what the Wizards are gonna be right now. With alone, like base team, Kuzma, Beal, and Porzingis. If Porzingis can stay healthy, that should at least get them, to play-in territory. That should definitely be at least play-in territory. I don't see that base squad missing the play-in. OBJ, you said, if it's between Denny and Rui, I keep Denny. But even if both had to go for Ivy or Shea, they can go. Now for Shea, Shea is different because Shea is like proven. Like even Jaden, that's kind of like he could be a bust possibly, any rookie can. But Shea, is like he's good. Daniel, you said, I think having Westbrook on the team last season brought Denny on as a person and player. Played in every single Wizards game last season too. Yeah, the thing is with that's the thing with Denny. That's a really good thing with Denny. He's like low-key like an Iron Man. He definitely is always available. Denny is always available health-wise. I would say Westbrook. As far as Westbrook had his moments where it was like it makes you roll your eyes. He makes you roll your eyes. You're like, it's like, what are you doing sometimes? But as far as leadership, Russell Westbrook was 100% one of the best leaders the Wizards have had in a while. He obviously had a big impact on the young guys with Denny and Rui. I would say even Brad as well. Denny and Rui talk about Russ all the time. When they have the opportunity to, they bring him up. I definitely think Russell Westbrook's leadership was really good for the Wizards. Really good for those young guys. I think he helped them a lot. So I will always commend Russell and his leadership abilities for the Wizards. Because he definitely helped the team out. Then you said, I think having, I just read that. You said Bill's best ever scoring season also. Yeah, because that was his second year. Because before Russ, he averaged 30. Before Russ, he averaged 30. I know that season he averaged 30 as well. Let me see. Bradley Beal. Brad averaged points. Yeah, he averaged 2019-2020, he averaged 30, and then he averaged 31 last season. Well, if you want to round up his 2019-2020 season, it's 30.5. You can round that up to 31 if you want, so back-to-back 31 seasons. But yeah, and that's what I think for Brad. That's why I think having a point guard, is really important for Brad. Because last season, he had to take point guard duties. He was doing all this facilitating, etc. And that's cool and all, but that's not really Brad's game. I want him to focus on shooting. Because when Brad was doing all this facilitating and stuff, his assist numbers and stuff was up, but his shooting took a big hit. Also, talking about guys who are coming in for a workout today. Sharif O'Neal, Shaq's son, he's in today for a workout. Chase said he worked out for the Heat yesterday and has the Lakers next. The two teams his dad won the titles with. So that's cool. Sharif O'Neal's coming in. So, what do you guys think is the big, what do you guys think is the most realistic path the Wizards are going to take this offseason? Do you think they just have like a regular offseason, sign some like mid-level guys, mid-level vets, draft with the 10 spot, and just try to run it with with Kuz, Bill, and Porzingis being the big three for them? Or do you guys feel like the Wizards may try to? Do you guys feel like the Wizards are actually going to shake some stuff up? What do you guys feel like is the most realistic path the Wizards are going to take? Because we can talk about what we want to happen, but I feel like we talk about it so much that means it's probably not going to happen. Like I talk about Benedict Mathurin so much that he's probably most likely going to be gone before 10 even hits. He's probably not going to make it past New Orleans. So probably end up getting Mike Conley or Malcolm Brogdon. Yeah, I could definitely see that being a realistic path. Just end up going with Malcolm Brogdon or going with Mike Conley, which would be lame. It would be extremely lame. Like, cause the thing that's turning me off for Malcolm Brogdon, outside of just the contract stuff, is the fact that he's not a reliable player either when it comes to health. And you already have one of those iffy players when it comes to health in Kristaps Porzingis. So it's like, let me tweet out my stream too. Tripping. So it's like, I don't know, man. I really don't know, because I don't want two guys who have health problems. I really don't want two guys that have health problems on the team that I have to worry about not potentially playing a lot. Like, having one in KP is one thing, but then when you add Malcolm to that, you got two guys who only been playing like 50 games. It's an issue. LBJ said, "Hello, we are going to get a bunch of 8th men." That'd be some classic Wizard stuff, man. It's like you can't keep talking about wanting to compete and then do all this and then not do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, do anything to seriously make noise. I would hope that the Wizards are serious this offseason. If KP can stay healthy, they have an extremely talented front court member. If Bradley Beal can return to form in his 30-point per game seasons, not saying he'll average that, but you'll have one of the most talented members in basketball in the backcourt. You'll have one of the most talented members in the front court. So build around that, man. So if we get Ivy, does he start? Yeah. You don't trade up and trade all these young guys and all this capital. You don't. What is this song? You don't trade all this draft capital to move up to 4 to just sit him on the bench. He starts. He definitely starts. He 100% starts. What's going on, Bar? You said on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the Wizards getting the deal done to acquire Jaden Ivy on draft night? Question to everyone, by the way. How confident am I? It's the Wizards. I'd give it like, you know what? I'm gonna be optimistic. I'll say I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 possibility that they trade up. That's me being optimistic. Me being realistic, I give it a 3. Optimistic side of me want to say 6 out of 10 just because I really hope it happens. Realistic side of me says 3 out of 10. Zen, you said if we don't get Mike or Malcolm, we try for the 10th pick and just see who's there. If it's not Ben, Jalen, or like JD, I think Johnny Davis is definitely going to be there. I think Benedict Mathurin is going to be gone. I think Dyson Daniels is going to be gone. I think Shaedon Sharpe could be there, but I think he may be gone as well. So I think Johnny Davis may be the guy. Confident level is 5 through 7, to be honest, because it's the Wizards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. About to say, as far as confidence level. Optimistic wise, yeah, facts. What's up, Mo? He said, hey, can't wait for draft day. Yeah, Mo, that's what I'm saying. Knocking these so we can talk about everything we want. I can get the gaze on how you guys are feeling for the draft. So when I come on here on draft day, I already know what we like. I already know how we feeling. I already know, what the vibe is around everything. So we can either be happy or disappointed. So I can know whether we're going to be really happy or we're going to be really disappointed. Dan, you said, do you think any point guards from other teams are realistically available that would take us to the next level? I mean, I think I think the Spurs are taking calls on him. I do think they are. I don't know how willing they are to move him, though. But I think DeJounte can really help boost the team up. And then Shea, if OKC is like, I would be surprised if they got rid of him. But if they were really trying to get rid of him, I think Shea's a guy that can help really bump the Wizards up to that next level too. Those are two young guards that I think are really good, that can really help this Wizards team. And that can really help Bradley Beal, get back to where he's at, So yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. Had to go handle something, guys. Sorry. Let's see what we got going on. Bar, you said realistically, I think it's a 50-50 chance. 5 out of 10. We'll just have to be aggressive. Can't build through the draft next year. We don't own our 23 first. Whatever it takes to land Ivy. That's a great point. I think, they got to make a big move, man, this year. They got to make a big move this year. They really do. Mainly because, the East is just tough, man. It's really tough. The East is really tough. It really is. So they gotta either decide to be bad and tank, or to try to actually make noise and do something. Chimpy said we must not give up players to get a better draft players. It depends. It really depends on who the player is, though. I would for Jaden, personally. I'd be willing to give up some of the younger guys for, a guy like Jaden. Me personally, and I get what you're saying about the bench. You said we got a decent bench. Boston bench scored 5 points and 4 rebounds yesterday, and they wonder why they lost. First 5 were spent by 3-quarter against the Warriors. Intense defense, no bench production. That's true. But, the bench, a big part of it, the bench isn't going to play that big of a role when you're in, elimination game, etc. The rotation just shuts down. Usually it's, maybe 1 or 2 guys you heavily rely on off the bench. But I do get what you're saying about the bench. And I don't know, because the Wizards did have an issue last season of they had too many guys. Like, the team was a little... We talked about the depth they had, but they had too much depth. Like, guys, they were, like, playing 10, 11 guys. It was just way too many people playing in that rotation. So, the Wizards had an issue last season where they were playing too many guys. Like, and they needed to cut down the rotation. Like, you had guys playing 10, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and the minutes were so sporadic. And it's like they needed to chop down who was playing, but they had so many different guys who could play, and they ran into an issue of having too much depth, and that led to problems in the locker room because guys wanted their playing time, etc. OBJ, you said, so if they stay at 10 and Shaden drops, do you think Tommy takes them? I would. Me personally, I would. For the value alone, because, you know, I mean, it's a risk. It is a risk, but I would take him. Chippy said we're going to need a good bench. Rui and Kispert and Denny can all score. Issue was coach didn't know his team. That's a fact, Chip. That's a fact right there. As far as the coaching, that's a fact. Wes definitely, as far as the rotation, he definitely had his issues, man. As far as the rotation, he 100% had his issues. Because there was times where it was like, Wes, what are you like? What are you doing? Who are we playing? You're playing. It was just sporadic and it was all over the place. What's going on, Dat? Yeah. So I mean, it was crazy. Also, guys, if you're just joining the stream, I'm trying to go a little long today. I may play some Call of Duty and talk a little later, depending, or if I just feel like keep talking, I'll do that. But if you're just getting up in here, please make sure to like the video. Also, you see some goals down there if you want to help contribute to that, joining as a member, donating, super chat, all that good stuff. Feel free to. Many supports appreciated. Chip, you said Rui example got hot, got benched. Facts, Chip. That's facts. Rui Hacha, and I talked about when I was on Locked On Wizards. I talked about so many times. Wes icing his own guys. Like, Rui would be like 11 points. He'll be hot. He'll be like 5 for 5 or something. And next thing you know, he's on the bench and we don't see him again until like late second half. And it's like he comes in and the hot streak's over, bro. But it's like, why? Why take him out for that long? You said it's easier to get 7 to 9 rotation guys than it is to get players with star potential. Rui can give you 20 easy. Appreciate the donation, Dap. I appreciate the $4.99. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, my guy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
BJ says easier to get 7 through 9 rotation guys than it is to get players with star potential. Yeah. And it's like the Wizards definitely 100%. They 100% just ran into the issue of having way too many rotational guys. Like, you had Trez, then you had Thomas Bryant, then you had Daniel Gafford. Like, you had 3 bigs, number one. Yeah, I appreciate that. You said just to help out my G's. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. But yeah, like, that was just too much. You know, like, having all those different guys. You got 3 bigs right there, and they were splitting minutes between TB, between Daniel Gafford, between Trez. That was ugly. Then you had to deal with Rui. You had to deal with Denny. You had to deal with Kuz. And try to just figure out so many different things. And then Neto was playing. Ish Smith came. It was just so much going on, bro. It was so much going on with the rotation. Too many guys playing. Cheppy said Rui could give you 20 easy. That's facts. Rui will definitely. Rui, I think, is when he's hot, he can 100% give you 20. Definitely. You just want him to improve a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Zen, you said really hope West picks it up this year too. I might be wrong, but I think I saw new coaching hires that can be in his ear, not make the same boneheaded mistakes he did his first year as a head coach. Yeah, that's why I was saying. I mean, I would have really appreciated if they would have got. We talked about it yesterday, like a Frank Vogel type of coach to come on the bench and be on the bench. You know, something like that, like getting a vet coach on your bench to really help you out, because there were times last season where I felt like West was like so I was like, I definitely think he could use that vet help. Mo, you said I feel like the Wizards need to build better coaching staff. West is young coach. Yeah, I think he could use some help, get a couple more veterans on that bench to help him out some. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think it would be very useful for him. Cheb, you said we need a roster that can all play. If not, injuries will come fast and thick. Porzingis especially. Yeah, and like I said earlier, that's my main knock against Malcolm Brogdon. I don't want two guys that may only play 50 games or 40 games. I don't want to worry about Porzingis barely playing, and then I have to worry about Malcolm Brogdon barely playing as well. That would be like two of your main guys who have health issues. I don't need more than one guy on my team that has health issues. I don't want to say, oh, these guys could be pretty good as long as they stay healthy. I don't want to be saying that about multiple guys. I can say it about KP as long as he's the only guy who I have to worry about health-wise. Let me see. There you said, who out of this year's roster do you offer new deals and who do you cut loose? Good question. Let's look at the contracts real quick. Let's go to Spotrac. Let's look at the contract. We can do this as a unit, y'all. We can do this as a unit. See who we want to keep. See who we can, let go. 2023. Let's see. So we got Brad, who's going to get a max. We all know he's going to get a max. So we got Brad. We know he's getting a max. KP. I forgot who brought this point up yesterday, but it was a good point. It depends on how healthy KP is. Because if KP's healthy and he's hooping like he was towards the end of the season, I think that he opts out and you got to pay him some cash. But if he has one of those seasons where he plays 50 games, I think he could potentially opt in or just take a shorter term deal. Because nobody's going to pay KP big money and they're worrying about health issues still. So KP is kind of up in the air. KCP, I personally would think about putting KCP in a trade package like today. I would think about putting him in the trade package today. Because he's an unrestricted free agent. And I don't know if the Wizards are going to be able to afford him. Kuz, if he has another season, I think Kuz is opting out regardless. He's not playing for $13 million. I think Kuz is opting out regardless, which is why he's in my trade packages, because I don't know if you can bring him back either. Rui, restricted free agent. I can see them giving Rui a deal. I can see them re-signing Rui. I definitely can see that personally. I think, first of all, the publicity, Japan, having that Japan market, the Wizards really like. So, I think I can see Rui definitely getting a contract. Denny club option, Wizards will pick that up. Ish will be gone. Corey club option, that would be picked up. Vernon Carey, probably not. George Cole, whatever. Chep, you said, Lior, you said we need Lonzo Ball. I was big on him. Whatchamacallit? When? What was I big on Lonzo? When he was a free agent before he went to the Bulls. I would have enjoyed him coming to the Wizards. But a lot of people kind of give Dyson Daniels that Lonzo light comparison. I don't think Dyson wasn't as good as Lonzo coming out of college though. That's for a fact. Lonzo was definitely a little bit more, was better coming out than Dyson was. You said Chimp, you said forget Brogdon. He don't bring enough, costs too much in. We have to give a good player out of the rotation. You said we got to keep Rui, we got to keep Kuz. That's the thing. That's the thing, though, Chimp. Yeah, you got to keep Rui. Or you may feel like you got to keep Rui, you got to keep Kuz. But I think somebody has to go. I don't think they can pay everybody. I just don't think they can pay everybody. I just don't think they can pay everybody. Bob Van, you said I want to see a world where we keep Kuz and Rui. I 100% understand that. I 100% understand that. Like I said, I think Kuz, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can see them both staying, but both of them got to get their money eventually. Chevy said Lonzo will be nice. Yeah, I would have liked Lonzo. Hey Doms, appreciate the membership, by the way. We have a member Doms in here with her badge. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's tough. The Wizards got decisions to make. Rui or Denny? That's tough because they each have their limitations, and they each have their bright spots. Like you talk about defensively, Denny. Give me Denny. You talk about offensively, give me Rui. It's like they both have their like ups and downs. He's like, I can't say one is clearly better than the other right now, because like on each side of the ball, they clear each other. Denny clears Rui defensively, in my opinion. Rui clears Denny offensively, in my opinion. But I would, if I was forced to pick, I would say right now, I would say Rui. I wouldn't say it's by much, but I guess I would say Rui right now. So I wouldn't mind any of the guards on the Magic. So, Chimp, you were like, Fultz, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs. Those three right there, you wouldn't mind either of them. Zen, you said they night and day as far as skill set. Chimp, you said can score, although defense for Rui was bad this year, but seeing Rui guard some big stars. Yeah, that is true. I've definitely seen Rui guard some guards like Dame, etc. Play some D on LeBron. I mean, I definitely have seen Rui have some nice defensive games. Not saying he can't play defense. He definitely can. So I mean, it's tough. I mean, I would say Rui right now. Personally, I would say Rui's better right now. But Rui's going into year 4, Denny's going into year 3. I think last season was just a bad one for Rui, but his upside is better than Denny. I think the thing with Denny's upside is if Denny can increase his handle, can increase his left hand. I believe that's his problem. His left hand. He doesn't have the best left hand, I believe, if I remember correctly. Denny's upside definitely, continues to get up. Then you said, yeah, I say Rui right now too. We're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah, I agree. Because they both can. I hope to see Denny make a jump this year too as well. Like it was said earlier, Denny's this is like one of his first really full off seasons. Because he was dealing with the injury last season. Then before that, COVID was really popping off. He couldn't even do summer league. So I mean, that's very factual too about Denny. So I'm hoping to see what he can do. You know, having that full off season, working with Brad's trainer for a little bit as well this off season. I'm excited to see what Denny can do. Who do you think should go number 1? I've been a Chet guy, but I lean Paolo right now. Who do I think should go number 1? Low key, for me, it would have to be either Chet or Jabari. And I want to lean Jabari. Me personally, I'm a big Jabari guy. And he's really young right now. He has a lot to learn. But I think Jabari, once he puts it all together, my boy can be a beast. Lior, you said, what are the chances for champ in the next 10 years? Championship in the next 10 years? Whoo! I don't know, man. The next 10 years, it's the Wizards, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lior. It's like the next 10 years, I have no clue. I would hope to think that they're in a way better position. And maybe there's like, I don't know, the front office has improved. And maybe they have a new young star. Because Brad will be, 36? Like, Brad's time will be done by then. I would hope that in the next 10 years, maybe we're looking in a better spot. But we could also very well be rebuilding within the next 10 years. Chebby says, same with Rui. He never played till junior high. 2 years wasted all at Gonzaga learning English. He played catch up. Yeah, a lot of guys playing catch up. Rui, he started playing late. You know, he wasn't playing at the age of 3, picking up a basketball and whatnot. Then the language barrier stuff as well. So yeah, that's true as well. Then you said I can see Jabari taking it number 1. Yeah, I like I said, I love Jabari. I'm a big Jabari guy. I think he has a lot of potential. I really like him. Sham, Jabari going to be an all-star? Facts, I agree. I think Jabari definitely could be an all-star. Aaron, what's going on, bro? You said, what's easier to improve, offense for Denny or defense for Rui? Easier to improve, I would definitely say defense for Rui. Because we've seen it before with Rui. Rui has definitely stepped up defensively, so we know he can do it. Offense is always, I would say, it's a little bit more difficult. You know, like, I can say, as long as he improves his handling ain't that easy to improve. I could easily just say it, but it's a lot that goes into trying to improve your ball handling, improve your finishing. Like, that's a lot of hard work, you know? Defensively, Rui has the ability because we've seen it. You know, and even Denny has the ability offensively because we've seen it in spurts. We've seen him cash step back threes off the dribble. We've seen him finish tough and finish strong and finish with his left, etc. We've seen him do it. But which one is easier to improve? Definitely would say defense is a little easier to improve. Offense, you got to put in a lot of work to consistently improve it. Appreciate the 29 views, almost 30 views in here, guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming to chat with me, man. It's lit in here. If you ain't subbed, you know, if you want to talk in the chat, hit that sub button. Like the video if you haven't. You see my little goals right here. If you want to contribute in that way, we want to become a member, or if you want to donate, you can definitely go ahead and do that. We just sit here chatting, man. Just sit here chatting about our Wizards, bro. W Stream, appreciate you, Nathan. Thank you. Then you said we also see Denny blow wide open layups too under pressure, so we are going to have to see him improve. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've seen Denny do some like eye rolling, so he's missed some easy layups. It's definitely been some tough yikes moments with Denny. And that's why I say the defense with Rui is probably going to be a little easier to improve than Denny's offense. But it can be done, 100%. Denny's a worker. Denny works. Denny's in the gym. He works hard. So I can see Denny easily clearing a hurdle like that in time, you know, as he grows older. I'm sorry, I just read your comment. OBJ, you said Paolo just has that shot creation and playmaking already at 6'10 and a half. At 250, I don't know, man. Yeah, Paolo, he's good too. He's good too. He was really impressive in the tournament. He was really impressive in the tournament. Beal was really impressive in the tournament, man. I liked what I saw from him. So, I mean, yeah, Jabari could be there. Definitely could be Jabari. Definitely could be Payalo. Definitely could be Chet. Chet, I would have, see, this is what my fun mind, my little fun mind. I was like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Yes,
the super
sir.
chat. Thank you for $4.99.
Yes, sir.
Doms, thank you very much. Already a member. Thank you for the support. Thank you. I would say the thing, my little crazy mind was like, I wanted Chet to pair with Porzingis, because a lot of people say Chet is like Porzingis. It's kind of like a Porzingis. I would have loved to see Chet and Porzingis together. I feel like that would have been a crazy fun front court. Like Porzingis at the 5, Chet at the 4, just two tall, slinky dudes. I feel like that would have been extremely fun. Extremely fun. I would have loved to see that. Give me Chet and give me KP. That would have been fun. What's going on, Henry? You said, I have a feeling if we trade for the 4th pick, Beal could be gone. I personally think if, and I was talking to Jay, Big J, I wish he was in here. I was talking to Big J yesterday in the chat. I said, the Wizards aren't doing anything without Bradley Beal's like A-OK. Like, it has to do, if the Wizards doing anything as far as trading up,
yes, sir.
trading
Yes,
assets,
sir. Yes,
AJ,
sir.
thank you for
Yes,
the vibe.
sir.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Appreciate the support. Yeah, if the Wizards do anything, because Brad's like a little GM of the Wizards, low key. He's like their little GM. He's involved in all the decisions. They speak to him, etc. I mean, Brad is A-OK. If they moving up to 4, it's because Bradley Beal said, yeah, I want Ivy. I like him. I'd take Ivy. So if Brad is whatchamacallit, if Brad is coming in at 4, is trading up to 4, if the Wizards are trading up to 4, it's because Brad A-OK'd it. And he's cool with whoever they give up, he's cool with. AJ, you said, unless we get SGA or Murray, Wall after a buyout is the only answer to PG to me. Yeah, and I think Wall is a legitimate possibility, man, because he's gonna play this season. Him and the Rockets are going to come to a buyout decision agreement. And I think when there's smoke, there's fire. You saw Brad and John, that picture of them at the Celtics finals game. You seen Kuz post a pic of them talking about DC Legend on Twitter. You seen Kuz defend John on Twitter when Colin Cowherd said he ain't make teammates better. I think, hey, the signs are there. John's been in DC. You know, he's been back to DC, etc. I think the signs are there. I think it's a real
Yes, sir.
possibility.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think it's a real
Yes,
possibility.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate, not sure what currency that is. Thank you. I appreciate that. More of these live chats, D. Love it. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I definitely going to do more of these live streams. Definitely going to be doing more of these live streams for sure, guys. 100%. And I'm telling you, when it's draft night, it's going to be lit. When it's draft night, it's going to be lit. We going to be lit in here on draft day. Also, I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, Ron, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to be doing more streams during the games. So, watch parties during Wizards games. I ain't going to get every single one. But watch parties during the games. 100%. I may do a little Discord so we can get in and chat a little bit on stream and whatnot as well, possibly. But definitely, live streams are going to be continuing to come. Definitely. And especially if the support is strong like this, you guys are supporting, liking the video, liking the stream, in here talking to me. It's fun, man. You know, donating, showing support. I appreciate that. Definitely, definitely gonna be keeping the streams up. Let me look. You said OBJ. You said, oh yeah, Chen Zingas would have been crazy. Yeah, facts. That would have been crazy. I would have loved that. Dap, you said whenever you're ready, you should create a Discord so we can get in there and talk with us. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, definitely think about creating that Discord, bro. Definitely. Chev, you said Wall would be great. Yeah, I think Wall would be good. I definitely think Wall would be good. Zen, you said Bill also said without John, he wouldn't have developed the way he did. I hope they bring the Wall star back. Yeah, when Bradley Bill had that interview with Taylor Rooks, he was talking about how John helped him as far as, like definitely feel for the game, where players should be, etc. Because she brought up the comment that Colin Cowherd made about him not making teammates better and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, man. Stop with the BS, Colin. But yeah, Nathan, we streaming off YouTube permanently. I say yeah, man. I think I'm gonna be here. I upload my videos here anyway. So it's like for the people who have my notification bell on, they notify, they hip, etc. Just hop on YouTube because I plan on making YouTube videos after games anyway. Just hop on here after games or during games. Just hop on the YouTube channel and just stream on here. I think that'll be lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the draft watch party here. So we can either rage or be happy or see if they trade. So we'll see. Definitely trying to knock get more of these live chats up. Definitely. But man, I would say Wall, bro. I think John Wall is a decent option. I think he's a good option, man. I legitimately think Wall would be a good option. Now, when is this draft from you? When is the draft? The draft is, let me look that up for you. The NBA draft is, I'm in the way. The draft is Thursday, June 23rd at, I believe, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, which is U.S. time. Don't know what time that converts to in the UK, but that is Thursday, June 23rd, I believe, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. But yeah, Thursday, June 23rd, make sure you up in here because I'm going to be on here and we're going to be reacting to all these picks. Definitely. You said this year has been a year where I haven't looked at any NBA prospects. I just wasn't into college basketball this past year. I was in college ball heavy this year. Mainly because I was doing I was betting and whatnot. I was doing all these betting and bets, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I was definitely on whatchamacallit heavy. Let me see. Let me retweet the stream on Twitter real quick. Okay. You said Wall, Chip. You said Wall going to be hungry to play and prove a play wherever he ends up. Yeah. And speaking of like former Wizards that win championships, I need John Wall. If John isn't coming back to Washington, I need him to go to LA or something. Because I need him to win. I need him to be the next former Wizard to win a ring. I would be so happy to see John Wall win a ring, bro. I would be so happy to see John Wall win a ring. I need it. You said the bee's knees. What's going on? You said I want Wall back 100%, but part of me wants him to contend for a ring. I'm going to cheer him on wherever he goes. Facts. Wherever John goes, like, I'm going. Wherever John goes, I'm going. Wizards and whatever team John's on. I'm gonna be Wizards and whatever team John's on if it ain't the Wizards. I need John to get him a ring, bro. I need him to get his flowers. Because he wasn't able to do it in DC to the fullest extent. I need him to get his flowers and respect on the national stage. AJ, you said facts. Nathan, you said, do you prefer podcasting or streaming? I prefer streaming, Nathan. I prefer streaming because I like this interaction right here. I love talking, you know, like just talking and just flowing and talking about different things. You guys bringing up different points that maybe I didn't think about. You know, it just, instead of just having like, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. This is what I'm going to talk about. This is what I'm going to talk about next as far as podcasting. Live streaming, I just love like how I can just interact with you guys freely. Ari, you said Ben seeing Chris Webber explain why it's so hard to guard Hakeem and some Chris Webber highlights. Man, I miss the old bigs. Yeah, Shaq's. I'm a big Shaq guy. Like Shaq, I mean, if he, as people say, if he had that Kobe work ethic, he could have been one of the GOATs. I mean, I'm a big Shaq guy. AJ Sibley said, "Water LA if not DC." Facts. Whether it's the Lakers if they move on from Russ, or it's the Clippers. LA is, I think, one of the top spots for him and one of the best spots for him to have the opportunity to win a ring. Personally, I would love to see him out there with LeBron and AD. Definitely. Ty, you said, how many games do you think Wall has during a season? Injury record for the past couple years, not looking great. Yeah, how long do I think Wall, he's... I would hope Wall can bust out... If Wall can bust out 65 to 70 games, that's lit. If Wall can bust out 65 to 70 games, that would be lit. Because I honestly think that year off is really good for him because of his body. We all know how banged up John is, his knees, his bone spurs, and his foot. Having this year off of just not playing probably did wonders for his body, healing-wise. No wear and tear for a whole year. Now, you know, it's definitely going to be a rust factor, but I definitely think health-wise, you know, having that year off really helped. You said Clippers for Wall. Yeah, I'm down for the Clippers. If not the Wiz, the Clippers playing with Kawhi and PG. I would love that. AJ Simmons said facts. Wiz forever, but I got 2 teams till John retires. I was the same way with Gil. Facts. Said JD, you said, do you think Wall could potentially come off the bench to ramp up? I think he just starts out the gate. That's what you got preseason and off season for. I think you throw him right out in there. Chippy said, I can see Wall at the Clippers holding the rock. I think he would be tremendous on the Clippers. I think he would be tremendous on the Clippers. Definitely. I would love to see him playing with Kawhi and playing with Paul George. I mean, that amount of talent is crazy. With Ty Lue as a head coach, I mean, will probably be the best coach and best talent he's ever been around in his career, for a fact. What's your reaction to Rui Jays? They're cool. I think they're cool. I like them. I definitely think they're all right. Don't know if I would buy them, but I definitely think they're cool. Matter of fact, let me look at them real quick. These are the Rui Hachimura X Air Jordan 8 Retro SE Black Samurai. These are tough. I like these. I definitely like these. I like these for a fact. And then you got Jordan 36 Rui Hachimura Black Samurai. Like, these are alright. I would hoop in these. I'm not wear them out to like an outing like you could with Jordans, but like I'll definitely wear these to like hooping. You said, Henry, you said, I hope Rui and Denny take a step forward in the offseason. I think they will. I definitely think they will. I think they work hard. They both work hard. Rui already improved his 3-point shooting greatly and tremendously. Rui Hachimura increased his 3-point shooting tremendously and improved on that. So that's already a great thing to see. And I think Denny is going to improve offensively as well. You know, having that full off season. I think he's going to work on his handle and everything. Let's see. Shammark, what's going on? What will it take for Tommy to blow it up and finally rebuild? It's up to Ted, man. Ted just got to say the word. Ted got to be like, all right, I'm done. I mean, Tommy can do what he does, but at the end of the day, it's what the owner of the team wants the direction of the team to be. Ted tells Tommy what he wants the direction of the team to be. If Ted says, we're not tanking, period, you're not doing that, Tommy's not going to do it. It's up to Ted at the end of the day to be like, all right, let's rebuild this thing, Tommy. Blow it up. Bees Knees, you said, how likely y'all think it is that we move Thomas Bryant? Don't know what his value is right now, but for the $8 million he's making, I just like Gaff better. I believe Thomas Bryant is a free agent. Let's see. Center Wizards update 2022. Yeah, you don't got to worry about Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant is an unrestricted free agent. Thomas Bryant is not on the team currently. Well, when the season officially ends, he will not be a Washington Wizard. He is an unrestricted free agent. So, if they were going to get rid of TB, they would have did it during the season, which would have been tough because he was coming off of ACL. But Thomas Bryant is an unrestricted free agent this offseason. You said, let's see. Yeah, right, Ricky. Thomas Bryant's a free agent. Champ, you said I will get my boy a pair of Rui Jordans. He killing over them. Yeah, man. Support Rui. Zen, you said, hypothetically speaking, if we do somehow in a perfect scenario manage to acquire Ivy, how far does this team make it when it comes to postseason positioning? They got to keep adding. You know, Ivy will be nice. Ivy would definitely be nice. But they just got to continue to then build around. You know, try to build around in the offseason, the free agency. You know, for the Wizards to be like contenders, it's going to take a lot of work. It's definitely going to take a lot of work. But to get to like the second round, I think Ivy, and I think the reason I like Ivy is because it's not only a good fit, like as far as just his talent, but if the Wizards really do decide to blow it up, or if Bradley Beal says, you know what, I want to be out of here, I want to leave. We already have that guy, that next franchise guy in Jaden Ivy. So if Brad wants to leave and the Wizards are like, all right, we'll blow it up, we already got our cornerstone guy in Jaden Ivy. So I like it for that reason as well. JD, you said, do you think if the problems with Wes West Jr. continue, we should keep him for the 2023-2024 season? I would have a hard time believing that Wes Unseld Jr. gets fired, even if it's a rough season next season. Scott Brooks got like 5 years out of the Wizards. Now, granted, he did get them almost to the Eastern Conference Finals, but Scott overstayed his welcome. Ernie overstayed his welcome. The Wizards just don't get rid of guys like that fast. I'd be shocked. I'd be surprised if they got rid of him. The B, you might be right. Yeah, definitely free agent, unrestricted free agent. Chip, you said you heard it from me. We're gonna have a monster season this coming season. I hope so, Chip. I think he can too. You know, if given the opportunity, I think he can have a really good season. AJ, you say your ideal starting five next season, assuming they bring Beal back. Assuming they bring Beal back, shoot, give me Wall, Beal. Give me at the 3. Who do I want at the 3? You can give me, until I think about it more, you can give me Denny, you can give me Kuz, and you can give me Porzingis. No, KCP. I forgot. KCP's on the team. Wall, Bill, KCP, Kuz, Porzingis. That would be my starting 5. That'd be my starting 5. OBJ, you said, what's the deadline for Brad signing that deal? I'm not sure. I think he has till like July. I think it's July or something like that. So it's coming up soon. I'm not positive on that though. Chip, you said my boy, and his Japan Rui, his idol. Hey man, Rui's a inspirational figure over there. Aaron, you said about Ted and Tommy. Tommy is a good silent manipulator that he is calling the shots. Yeah, Tommy is like, I gotta watch what I listen to with Tommy, because Tommy's a good salesman. He'll sell you. He'll sell you real good on something. He'll definitely sell you. Fresh haircut, bro? Yeah, I had to get the cut. Yesterday I was looking crazy. Chevy said, trust me, Bill signing this deal. Bill's 100% signing the deal. Bradley Bill's 100% signing the deal. 100% signing the deal. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, once again, guys, anybody who's just getting in here, who hasn't been in here, make sure you like the video. If you're in here and you aren't subscribed, you can talk. Hit that sub button so you can get in the conversation with all of us. Got some goals down here if you want to become a channel member. You can go ahead and do that, or if you want to donate, you can go ahead and do that and support in that way. I appreciate any of it at all. Thank you. I appreciate you guys just being in here and talking to me, period. I appreciate it, just talking to me in general. Really appreciate you guys. Means a lot, honestly. Splat, what's going on? You said West gets unneeded hate. No coach could have had a good season with all that shit just happened. That happened. Yeah, it was difficult. Like, as far as whatchamacallit, as far as Wes being in the situation he was in, he had disgruntled veterans, guys fighting in the locker room with Trez and KCP. Dinwiddie was unhappy. It was a lot. It was a mess. I definitely will give you that. It was a mess. It was 100% a mess. 100% a mess. Henry, you said, what does the team lack? Because on paper they don't have bad players besides an actual point guard, but what are they missing? Well, like you said, point guard. Defensively, they got to do better defensively, man. Defensively, towards the end of the season, they were terrible. Well, towards the second half of the season, they were terrible. They were terrible, man. You look at, like, when they were 10-3, they were locked in defensively. They were bad offensively, but they were locked in defensively. And that just all fell apart. The paint defense was bad. It was bad. They got to improve defensively, man. And they got to be able to shoot the three ball. It was so many games where they would be like 5 for 30 from three. Shooting so many threes and bricking. So you weren't playing defense and you were bricking threes. Terrible, terrible recipe. JD, you said, where do you realistically see us falling in the Eastern Conference rankings? Right now, they're in, like, I would say actively, they're in like that 10-9 spot. Playing. 10-9 playing. I think definitely 10-9 area location currently, with room to improve and jump up. Champ, you said we lack a coach that knows his players and we lack team defense. Jury's out on West. We'll see this season. Yeah, West started taking a lot of criticism when the Wizards started falling off. They took a lot of criticism. I even saw people calling for Scott Brooks back. So yeah, jury is still out on West. 100% jury is still out. Bees Knees, you said the way last season ended, we need a bunch of things, but that three-point shooting for sure needs to be addressed. Yes, three-point shooting 100% needs to be addressed. You also said Bertans and Kispert chucking was painful. Corey came around, but boys started off rough. Yeah, you know, for Corey, he definitely got better as the season progressed, like normal rookies do. But at the beginning, it was a struggle. You know, his shot was a little flat, wasn't hitting none, and Bertans was Bertans, sitting there wasting money. Ricky, you said they need shooters for sure, so have some 3-and-D guys. Yeah, some 3-and-D guys. That's why I was thinking, like, in the draft, you know, I wouldn't mind Ochai Agbaji as well. He's your classic 3-and-D defender. Guys like that, you know, I wouldn't mind. Also, let me, why did I do this? What's wrong with me? Splat, you said I think defense should be addressed before 3-point shooting. Facts. Facts. I definitely think the defense should be. Well, yeah, because defense wins. You know, you had two defensive teams in the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. You had two teams who had played good defense. In the finals, you had two teams that played good defense as well. You know, so defense matters. You know, you can be high pace, high offensive, but if your defense sucks, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on, guys. So yeah, I mean the defense is made because look at it. When they started 10-3, they was like a top 5 defensive unit. They were like a top 5 defensive unit when they started. When they were at the when they started the season, they sucked offensively. The offense was nasty. It was like 90 to 89 scoring games, but they were so good defensively and it kept the games low scoring that they were winning. They were winning. So the defense matters, man. Here you say you might have already answered that, but what would we have to give up to get the 4th pick, 2 firsts and a 2nd? I was thinking like 10th pick, obviously, Kuzma, probably Denny or Rui, depending on who the Wizards want to part with, maybe even Corey Kispert, something like that, something in the form of that. Chip, you said Rui can shoot, Beal can shoot, Corey can shoot, Kuz can shoot, Porzingis, KCP can shoot, even Denny can shoot the 3. Yeah, it depends on if they're hot. Brad, even though he had like probably I think his lowest 3-point percent shooting season, because he shot pretty bad from the 3-point line. His 3-point shooting has definitely decreased as his overall game has increased. His 3-point shooting has 100% taken a hit. The bee's knees, I feel you, Splat. I do think we have defensive potential in the team already, but with the roster, that shooting may still be suspect. Yeah. Agree, bees. Aaron, you say it all starts on the defensive end. Do you need to score more than the opponent or get more stops in them? Yeah, we've seen so many Wizards teams under the Scott Brooks era have crazy high scoring games, be crazy good offensively, be a top 10 offensive unit. That year when they had Isaiah Thomas, I believe they were a top 10 offensive unit. But they were like bottom 10 defensively and they would lose 154 to 150. They would lose these games because they could not defend. They could score at will. But they couldn't get a stop. And it led to L's. Who holds the 4th pick right now? The Sacramento Kings. Which is why I always say Kuzma, because if you kept up with it, the Kings were interested in Kyle Kuzma when the Lakers were interested in Buddy Hield. I think Kyle Kuzma actually said he thought he was on his way to Sacramento. But then they pivoted and the Lakers ended up going Westbrook because Westbrook said he wanted to come home to play with LA. So he ended up switching over and going to LA. I mean, he ended up going to Washington and Russ went to LA. So I definitely think the Kings are interested in Kuz still. Whew. That would be lit, bro. I hope if the Wizards do make a trade like that, I hope I'm home because I will hop straight on stream. I really hope that happens. Also, as you can see my cat. Also, because I never showed this because my join button on mobile doesn't work. If you have tried to join as a member, but it doesn't show on your iPhone on mobile because it doesn't, you have to go to YouTube desktop. So you either have to go to Safari and go request desktop mode, or just be on your computer, go to your channel, and then join. If you feel like it, you get my little emotes, get the wizard badge, blah, blah, blah. Definitely will be doing members only live streams. Jersey giveaway. I want to do a jersey giveaway once I get to a certain point of members, etc. So, because I've never shown it before. If you want to join as a member, that's how. Because I've never explained that before for some reason. But yeah, man, I think you said Splat. You said, what if Brad secretly told Tommy he wants out, and that's why we were trying to trade up? If Brad wanted out, that would be crazy, and that would make me very upset. You wanna know why it would make me very upset? It would make me very upset because, one, the Wizards then would probably get... They probably would still be able to maybe do like a sign and trade to get some assets, but you wouldn't get as much value as you would have gotten if you would have traded him when he was averaging 30 points a game. You know, you could have got a lot more value. You could have got a lot more value. So that would make me very upset if he said, hey, I really want to go. Ty, you said, if you're on Tommy's plays, what moves would you make in Tommy's place? I'm pushing hard to get DeJounte Murray or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If they're trying to let go of them guys, I'm calling who you want, who you need. I'm willing to give it up. Because Jaden Ivy is good for, like, you know, he'll help, but he'll also help if the Wizards or Brad ends up saying, I want to go, and they end up rebuilding. You already got Jaden Ivy right there. So you got your one big young piece, cornerstone right there already. But if you're looking for like right now improvement, Shai Gilgeous, DeJounte Murray, get them boys on them. Get San Antonio on the phone, get Oklahoma on the phone, and see if you can get together a winning package that they like, man. That's what I will be doing. Cause Shai and DeJounte, putting them on the team definitely raises the ceiling of this Wizard squad. You give me DeJounte, Brad, and KP, and whoever else is around, I like that three right there. I like Shai, Brad, and KP. I like that three right there. Biggie, what's going on? You said, why do we have to entertain all of this? Why can't we just get Johnny Davis, run him at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2, Pools at the 3, Porzingis at the 4, and Gafford at the 5? Cause life ain't never that simple, bro. And plus, I think they want Porzingis at the 5 because Gafford can't shoot, so for spacing reasons, that's why they probably like Porzingis at the 5 as well. Johnny at the 1, Brad at the 2, Kuz at the 3, KP at the 4, and Gafford at the 5. I am interested in Kuz at the 3. I'm glad you brought that point up. I am very interested in Kuz at the 3. I'm all in on Johnny. Yeah, I know you're a big Johnny guy. He'll be there. I definitely think Johnny will be there at 10. So, out of all the guys like Dyson, Benedict, Shaden, I think Johnny Davis is most realistic to actually be there at the 10th pick. Beasley, I ain't mad at the Johnny Davis pick, but Bill going to be 30 soon. I just love a trade for a developed guard more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to be 30. You know, you gotta make it something. You gotta make some noise. But I wouldn't be mad at Johnny either. I definitely wouldn't be mad at Johnny either. What about Afrini? Is it Afrini or Afrini? Simmons. But man, he's good, bro. I'd be surprised if the Portland wanted to get rid of him. But like, for example, if Portland wanted Brad to pair with Dame, yeah, give me Simons. Give me Afrini. Give me that kid. He's nice. Nazar, what's going on? You said this could be a way off, but Johnny kind of reminds me of Jalen Suggs. Really? And I think Johnny, like, he wasn't even in the best position at Wisconsin, like, and he played well. Like, he played really well. I mean, he was Big Ten Player of the Year. I mean, that's not something slight. He was really good. Johnny said Johnny's putting up at least 20 a game. I would love to see that. OBJ says, a Johnny Davis fan, I must say he's not ready to be at the 1 spot right now. I definitely think Johnny would come off the bench. He would start off coming off the bench for sure. Definitely start off coming off the bench. Like, I think anybody they draft at 10 is coming off the bench. Like, even if they got Benedict Mathurin, I'd see him coming off the bench. If they got Johnny, he would be coming off the bench. If they got Dyson, he would be coming off the bench. Jaden Ivy is the only guy, if they traded up to 4 and got Jaden Ivy, I think he's the only guy who would start day 1. What do you think of Scottie Pippen Jr.? I haven't watched a lot of Scottie Pippen Jr. I know he's with Vanderbilt. What do you think about him, Biggie? I haven't really watched that much on him. That's why you said it's not a bad thing, but Johnny reminds me of a taller Neto. Is that an insult? Or is that is that an insult? I mean, Neto did have his moments. He was just short and, you know, he couldn't defend a traffic cone. How you feel about Saddle's comments on Wall? I mean, I get it. I mean, I get it as far as in this, you know, the span that, as far as the spectrum that, hey, not everybody's leading style is up to par with other people's. Let me try to find that tweet, actually. Yeah, here we go. Looking at it. The good parts of Neto. Okay, compliment. Good parts of Neto. Okay. But yeah, if you guys missed it, this came out. It said Thomas Tomas said, he said, all the stars I've been around. This was from the Chet's Reflex magazine. He said, all the stars I've been around in my 6 years in the NBA, maybe except for John Wall, have worked really hard. In Washington, John Wall wasn't the right leader that the best player should be. First of all, I don't know if this is even a real quote, because this is crazy slander right now. I don't even know if this is a real quote. This is crazy slander. But he said John Wall was the right leader that the best player should be. I don't just mean the way you talk in the locker room, but also how you lead the team by your behavior and what kind of leader you are on the court. This is crazy slander, but I mean, hey, the man is entitled to feel how he feels. The man is, I mean, yeah, John's probably, I mean, John, I'm sure, has had his leadership issues, you know, but, what can you do? Like I said, I don't even know if that excerpt is real, because that's crazy slander. Like, that's real crazy slander. Because, like, he's, like, legit calling him out. Like, John and him have issues. So, matter of fact, let me Google this, because this is, that's a pretty crazy slander. Let me see. Okay, cause this is Tomas when John got traded. This is Tomas when John got traded. He said he meant a lot. It's obviously very fresh of being traded to Houston. What I've seen, what Tommy Shepard said about it, that was one of the toughest trades that he was a part of, because I know what John meant to DC and the fan base. It's going to be tough for them. Sarvesi said it's going to be very strange not seeing him around the team. That's the way how it goes in the league, and I just want to wish him good luck at Houston, because he definitely deserves to have a good season after those years he struggled with injury. I can see him throwing shots at John. That wasn't like raving, like, oh, I really love this guy. I really love John. I can see him. I can see that quote being real, but that's crazy slander. Biggie, you said to me, Jalen Duren reminds me of Kevin Garnett. Jalen Duren is like one of those bigs. If the Wizards didn't have KP, like, I wouldn't mind drafting him. Like, his athleticism is crazy off the charts. Crazy off the charts. It is crazy off the charts. Hey, thank you for the 30 viewers in here. Those of you who are new, make sure you like the video, please. You know, helps the channel, the video scene. If you haven't liked the video already, please throw a like up there. Always appreciate it. Got my little 2 goals. If you want to support in that way, membership, channel membership, or donation, go ahead. You can do that if you feel like it. But yeah, appreciate the 30 viewers in here, man. Thank you. On at 1, just talking some Wizards. But yeah, Jalen Duren, man. Athletic freak. Athletic freak, bro. Athletic freak. So, I mean, we've got through a lot today. We've gotten through a lot today. I'm just ready for the draft, man. I'm ready for the draft to happen. I'm really ready for the draft to happen. I'm ready to see if the Wizards make any moves. I'm ready to see, if not, who's going to be available. I think Johnny Davis is a realistic option. A really realistic option. I think Benedict Mathurin, I think he'll be gone. Dyson Daniels, I think he'll be gone. Shaedon Sharp could be there. I can see him dropping. AJ Griffin, I could see him dropping. How do y'all feel about AJ Griffin? Are y'all big AJ Griffin guys? Bees, you said, yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy quote, bro. Come on, Sato. Cold Wall be that much worse than Chicago locker room pre-DeRozan. Like, and then Sato, I think Sato was around the Everybody Eats era, right? Like when John was hurt, and then you had the Everybody Eats stuff going on. I mean, that's pretty, to call, if that's real, to call John out like that is crazy. Specifically John, like, oh, maybe accept John Wall. Like, he didn't have to say that. That's why that's why I'm not sure if it's real or not. That's why I'm not sure if it's real. Because he, like, pointed John out for no reason at all. He just pointed him out. And that doesn't even seem like Sato's character. But, I mean, hey. Crazy slander. Mo, you said AJ is nice. The only scary thing about him is that injury he had. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with AJ Griffin. Like, AJ Griffin is... I like him. The injury stuff is scary, and I think that's a big reason as to why he may drop. Biggie, you say no on Sharp, 4 for my list. So what would you say your issues is with Sharp? You just you just haven't seen enough, and you're not willing to take that risk? Is it with that? As far with Sharp? Because I mean, I get it. I get it. It's like Sharp is like people haven't seen enough from him. It's scary. It's very scary. For AJ, Lazari said, I want the Wizards to trade up, whatever it takes, but I don't expect it at all. Yeah, that would be a shocker. That would be a shocker. Would definitely be a shocker if the Wizards traded up. I'd be hyped. I get on this train hype, y'all. Y'all already know, but yeah, I would love for them to trade up. So you say AJ cool. I don't know about the Jimmy Butler or Jaylen Brown comparisons. Yeah. You know, those are very, I guess they're talking about early on, like early Jimmy, early Jaylen type vibes. I would assume they're talking early versions of those guys. Aaron, he says Bill's contract $250 million or $246. Let's look that up. It would be $245 million. It'd be $245 million. It will be a 5-year, $245 million max contract. Which would top the contract Giannis Antetokounmpo signed a year ago when he agreed to 5 years, $228 million. So that means that Bradley Beal will have like the best contract in the NBA. I mean, and people will look at that and say that's crazy, but that's just how contracts work in the NBA nowadays. Bradley Beal will be like the highest player in the league. I mean, and that's you look at that and you look at where his contract will be at in comparison to other top players. It is not just going to be nonsensical, but that's just how it is, man. In today's NBA with these contracts. And everybody knows it's going to be an overpay. Everybody know that Brad's getting overpaid. Everybody know Brad's getting overpaid, but that's just what it is. Big, you said not enough to be seen with shade as far as shading, yeah, right. I'll take 10. This draft is deep. Bees Needs, you said just excited to see even a slice of what we got at the beginning of the last season. It's been so long since we've seen the Wizards play like that. Bro, everybody was hyped when the Wizards started 10-3. We was #1 in the East. Obviously, that wasn't going to last, but it was fun. It was a fun little 13-game stretch. You know, that was on big winning streaks. It was nice, man. It was definitely fun times. Nazar, you said Bill not near Giannis. I'm sorry. Agreed. 100%. Bees Needs, you said it is what it is. When Wall, Reggie Jackson used to be paid around the same. Yeah. And John liked to do shots at Reggie too at that time. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I definitely get it. Check this out. Whew. Oh, what's going on, Jay? You said tired of picking in that 9-15 range. We need to do something drastic to break the curse of Les Blues. Yeah, bro. 9-15, man. 9-15. That's where we at. That's where we've been at for a while. I mean, look at the last Wizards draft. Washington Wizards draft. You look at it. Starting with what? Like 2018? You had Troy Brown. 2018, you got Troy Brown. He was the 15th pick. 2019, you had... Actually, 2019, you got 9. So you got 15 in 2018. 9th pick, 2019. 2020, you have the 9th pick. 2021, you got the 15th pick. 2022, you got the 10th pick. It's like, you know, definitely tired of being in that range. 100% tired of being in that range. You said, so if Bill stays healthy, God willing, and he plays approximately 76 games, that's $644K a game. That is what we call the bag. Getting that bag. Splat, you said, what are the chances of us getting Kyrie? I don't think the Wizards want to deal with that headache. Unless KD says, hey, I'll come along right with him. But other than that, I say 0%. I don't think the Wizards want to deal with the headache. And as already said, let's say Bill signs and the Wizards don't make any noise after a season. Is that contract tradable? Do they keep trying to build? I definitely am sure that Brad will put maybe like a trade clause, something in there as far as so he can get out and get traded if he wants. The Bees Knees, Jay, our track record at that range is awful. That's why I'm scared of us using that pick. We just suck at finding those value players. Facts. The Bees Knees, you said, I think Bill would still be tradable as long as he's healthy. Maybe I'm too biased though. Yeah, I definitely think Bill would still be tradable. But yeah, I mean, to go back as far as to what Bees Knees was saying, as far as the Wizards and picking really good players in that range, like they'll pick up some rotation players like Rui and Denny, who are good rotational players right now. But we're talking about finding like gems in that 15 round. You know what I mean? Like in that 15th place. So it's like, it's tough. You know, so for example, you look at one pick. They got John Wall. Bam, star. You got the 6th pick, Jan Vesely, outside of the top 3, and they blew it. Jan Vesely, they blew it. Even though I know he hooping overseas or whatnot. He's like a god over there. Then you got 2012. You got the 3 pick, top 3 again. Boom, they hit. Bradley Beal. Boom. Then you got the 3 pick, Otto Porter. Half boom. I would say half boom. Otto wasn't bad, but Otto wasn't like that dude. So half boom. Then you got 19 in 2015, which turned into Kelly Oubre, rotation player. Troy Brown Jr., barely a rotation player. That was 15. Then you got 9, right now, rotation player. Then you got Denny at 9, right now, rotation player. Then you got Corey at 15, right now, rotation player. They haven't had anybody who's like at the 15th pick or something that's like turned into a really, really, really good player. Like really good. Like all-star type level good. Hasn't been a guy yet. Outside of the top 3 for the Wizards in a while. Nizari said no way they pay him that much. I also give him say where he wants to be traded. That's crazy. If they're desperate enough to keep him, Nizar, you know, don't knock the desperation of the Washington Wizards in their front office. Don't knock the desperation. If they're desperate enough, they'll give him that. Bees Knees, he said, dog, I was impressed when they drafted Vespi that high. I wanted to hang it up. Yeah, man, and that's what I said. As far as Washington, you're not going to get big free agents, so you have to draft right. You have to draft correctly. You look at how the Golden State Warriors drafted, and you see how they are. You know, good. And the majority of their players, their top 3 players, were draft picks. Klay Thompson was not a top 3 pick. Draymond Green was not a top 3 pick. Like, let's look at the Warriors draft history. You got Stephen Curry, 7th pick. You got Klay Thompson, 11th pick. You got Draymond Green, 2nd round pick. I mean, you got Jordan Poole, the 28th pick in the 1st round. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You need to be able to draft good players in picks like the 11th pick, the 28th pick. Jordan Poole is a hooper. Like, he can hoop. Like, look at the value of the Warriors and where they're picking these players. Klay Thompson is a star at 11. They got a star. I mean, then you look 7, Jonathan Kuminga, who looks good. This is just Moses Moody at 14, who looked good. This is just icing on the cake for them. I mean, James Wiseman at 2 is, yeah. But I mean, yeah, like Kevin Looney, 30th pick in the 1st round. I mean, some guys just got it, bro. Like, they know how to draft really well. You look at the Heat, another team, drafts really well. A team who just drafts really well. Like, yeah, facts, Nazar. You say, yeah, the previous Wizards role players have won the NBA chip like 16 times in a row. Yeah, the last like 6 championship teams have had Wizards on it. They've had Wizards on the team. Like, if you're a small market team like the Washington Wizards, you need to be able to hit on these draft picks. You know, like, you know who the last Wizards pick is to get a second contract? To get a second contract? The last Wizards 1st round pick to get a second contract. John Wall got a second contract. Jan Vesely didn't. Bradley Beal got a second contract. Otto Porter got a second contract. Otto Porter Jr. is the last Wizards 1st round pick to sign a second contract with the team. Kelly Oubre didn't sign a second contract. They traded him. Troy Brown didn't get a second contract. They traded him. Rui Hachimura can potentially be the next one. But we're talking about 2013. It is 2022. 2013 to 2022, there has not been a 1st round pick in that span to sign a second contract with the Washington Wizards. Otto Porter Jr. in 2013 was the last one, and that's when he got his max. That is sad. That is sad, and that says you are a terrible drafting team. Let me see. Justin, you said I haven't seen anybody mention this trade in regards to the Kings, but do you think they'd be interested in Bill by giving up Fox? Pick swap will be included. I don't know. Well, one, I know the Wizards wouldn't be interested in that, so the Wizards would say no. But I don't think the Kings are interested in giving up Fox. That's why they gave up Tyrese instead of giving up Fox. They gave up Halliburton instead. Jay, you said all the GMs in the league are playing chess while Tommy is playing checkers. Facts. Like, that's how I see it sometimes. The Wizards, man, when it comes to this draft stuff, bro, they playing checkers and everybody else playing chess. Like, these teams that are always good, like the Heat, like the Warriors, they've drafted well to continue that. The Celtics, the Boston Celtics, draft well. So the Celtics are usually always really good. They draft well. The Wizards don't. That's why they're always in purgatory. Bees needs to. I'm gonna need West Channel, whatever he had over in Denver. Outside of injuries, they've drafted really well. Yes, Denver, they've drafted well. Denver is another team that has drafted really well. They don't need top 3 picks to get stars. They find stars in these later areas in the draft. I mean, it's simple. It really is. You said, Nazari said maybe it's less about the players we're drafting, more about the Wizard system. I mean, possibly, potentially. I mean, but like Kelly Oubre is still consistently like a rotational players with kind of this almost the same issues he had with the Wizards as far as just having tunnel vision. Like, he's had good games, but Warriors said we're good off of you. You know, like Kelly Oubre's had good games, but I mean, Kelly Oubre's still just a rotational player. Troy Brown Jr. into the bench player, you know, so in some ways it's like the Wizards, but like it's definitely the players. Like Denny, respectable, can play currently. Rui, respectable, can play currently. Corey can play currently. So like these players have talent. They definitely have talent, you know, and it's up to the Wizards to get them to that level. But like some guys, they got what you can't teach. You know, they just got what you can't teach. Clay at 11, he got what you can't teach. Hold on for 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, I had to answer listen to a voicemail. Somebody had called me. Yeah, let's look at some of these comments. You say you're probably right. Yeah, there's always like, I agree, partially, but I just think they missed on these players. I think they also missed on those guys. Splat, you said that's another thing. They got to use their second round picks and undrafted players instead of sending them straight to the G League. Depends on how good depends. Henry said I was really high on Troy Brown when we drafted him. I thought he was a raw prospect with good potential. Yeah, and he was good at the point guard position with the ball in his hands, but they had John Wall. You know, they had Bradley Beal. He wasn't going to have the ball in his hands. So they drafted a guy like Troy to play off ball, and that's not what Troy excelled at. So it was never going to work. It just wasn't going to work. He wasn't put in the best position to succeed in the first place. JR said it has to be the Wizards draft process. What a miss on 2011 draft by not drafting Clay or Kawhi. Both players fitted with Wall at that time. Yeah. I mean, that's tough. Because Clay was before... Yeah, Clay was before Brad, I believe. Yeah. I mean, that was just... Yeah, Clay was before Brad. Yeah. So, I mean... It's tough. Yeah, that's That's tough. Jay, you say you're making me cry with your facts. It's tough to be the Wiz fan and the Redskins. Yeah, you know, thankfully I'm not a Commanders fan. Thankfully for me, because they're equally of a mess as well with all this Snyder stuff. What should call it? Jay, you say you're making me. I mean, Aaron, you said who can teach Ted and Tommy to draft well? God, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, man. It's something with that front office process because it's dating back for a while. But I mean, Tommy has always been there. He was there when Ernie was there. I don't know. Maybe the scouts. I have no idea, bro. But I've seen people on Twitter pick better choices than what the Wizards ended up picking, and that's not good. But it happens consistently. Jay said we need the God King Matherin. He's the second coming to Jimmy Buckets. I love Matherin. I don't think he's making it past the Pelicans though. I'll be shocked if he made it past the Pelicans. Justin, you say if you were the GM in this draft, what would you do? If I can't get Shea, if I can't get DeJounte, I'm trying my hardest to trade up to 4 to get Jaden. I'm trying my hardest to get up to trade for Jaden. Me personally. Jay, you said 14 teams worked out Kai Soto, but you can't find him in any mock draft. I think he's going to be a sleeper pick in the second round. I feel like I've heard that name before. Yes, that's what I heard it from. He was in an NBL, because I used to watch some NBL when I'd be up at 3 in the morning, because their games are on YouTube. Yeah, I know he's the kid from the 36ers out in Australia. I knew that name was familiar. You said D career change title draft senior advisor. I'd pick somebody late. You know, I would have picked somebody who was good in one of these drafts. I would have got us one. Believe that. I give him that. Put me in there. I'm getting us a pick. I'm getting us a gem. I'm getting us a diamond in the rough. That's what the Wizards say they're looking for. Diamond in the rough. I get us one. OBJ, you said your thoughts on Hugo Beason. Not that familiar with Hugo. Let me look him up. French. He played in the NBL. He played the Breakers. I'm not too familiar with the NBL guys. I was watching NBL heavy at one point, but I'm not too privy on the young prospects that's coming out of the NBL. I do got to do more research on them. Definitely. JR, you said who will have a better career, Jaden Ivy or Shaedon Sharpe? I'll go Jaden Ivy. Definitely, I'll go Jaden Ivy. Kevin, you said, what's going on, Kevin? He said, what's up, love your show, man. Who do you think we should give a King's ransom for SGA to go in a deep playoff run like Boston? If I'm getting SGA, 10, Kuz, Denny, maybe even Rui, maybe both of those guys. I'm giving you what you need for SGA. SGA is a proven commodity. I know SGA is going to come in and do his thing and help improve this team and help move that needle for this team. Like, SGA, I'm willing to give up. DeJounte, I'm willing to give up more because I know for a fact that these guys are like that in the league. I know. Like, Jaden, there's bust potential. So it's like I'm not giving up Denny and Rui, etc. You're not taking both my young guys. You're not. But like for proven commodities, I'm a little bit more willing because I know that these guys are like there already. I've seen it. SGA cooked the Wizards when they were in Washington. Bees Needs, you said, loving the stream. All the opinions and ideas, just feels nice to chat about the Wizards again. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I like streaming, man. It's just being able to sit, chat, talk, see how we feel about the draft. When it's the regular season time, chat throughout the game, chat after the game, express how you feeling, all that good stuff. Biggie, you say, I keep the pick and roll and see what I get next season. Look to trade before the All-Star break. I like that too. I'm cool with that as well, Biggie. Fritzy said the moves made to get Troy Brown. The made moves, man, tough. Troy Brown stuff, tough. Because the Troy Brown draft, actually, thank you for keep bringing up Troy Brown. Troy Brown draft was actually the draft where majority of Wizards fans and a lot of people were mocked to get Robert Williams. But Robert Williams dropped far down. He did drop far to the Celtics. But the Wizards, a lot of the fans wanted Robert Williams because they wanted an athletic 5 to pair with John Wall. And they went with Troy Brown Jr. And we see what Robert Williams was able to accomplish on a good team in the Celtics. And Troy Brown Jr. is barely getting playing time in Chicago now. So, another mistake by the Wizards. Probably should have just went with Robert Williams and paired him with Wall. BZG said that man SGA has always been a Hoopers. Facts. Love SGA. I loved him coming out of Kentucky. Nizar, you said, would you give future picks for SGA, seeing as that's what the Thunder love? I'm willing to. Like we talked about earlier, Brad about to be 30. I'm willing, man. Definitely. Nazar, you said, would you give up future picks for SGA? Seeing as that... Oh, I legitimately just read that. OBJ, man, I'll drive Diddy and ruin myself to Sacramento for Ivy. I respect that. I feel like the Wizards... He said, I feel like the Wizards roster is coming to friction with Beal, Kuzma, KP. Health is key, and another two-way wing like Jay Grant could do something. Yeah, I remember Jeremy Grant was a big trade deadline guy. But I know he has to get paid soon. So that's kind of wasn't like an issue. It was an issue. Splat, you said, funny everyone's saying Tata's the next Kentucky guard to be overlooked, but it's looks like it might be Sharp. Technically, you are correct. Technically. Kevin, I think SGA and Bill would be the best backcourt in the East, of the big three of SGA, Bill, and KP will make some noise in the NBA. I would love that big three. Definitely would love that big three right there. Once again, guys, for anybody who just joined the stream or is new, well, if you are subscribed, you want to chat, make sure you hit that sub button. If you're in here and you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button as well. Helps the stream get seen and the video get seen as well. I have 2 goals down here as well. If you want to join my membership, go ahead and do that. If you want to donate with a super chat, go ahead and do that. Any kind of support is appreciated. Appreciate everybody just being in here. Probably gonna wrap it up soon in a little bit. I've been here for about 2 hours chatting with y'all. Yeah. We got a lot accomplished today, everyone. We got a lot accomplished. But like, question. So if I did a jersey giveaway, like for members, for people who did join as a member, is it like, what kind of Wizards jersey? Would y'all want Wizards jerseys? Like to be up? Y'all wanted to be Wizards jerseys? Kevin, you said, I think we should draft Johnny Davis because I'm tired of watching draft wings. We need a young guard to develop. Wizards do love drafting wings, man. They do love drafting wings and have no clue what to do with them. I will say that. That's funny. But like, let's say, I'm sorry, I'm thinking back to like giveaways, like jersey giveaways and stuff for channel members. Like, let's say the Wizards did draft Ivy. I would get Ivy jersey. I will put that up. Ivy jersey. Or like a Kuzma, Porzingis jersey. Blah, blah, blah. Small stuff like that. I think that would be a good idea. You know, just as far as member benefits and stuff. Because I've been brainstorming on that. Like, what benefits I want to do for, like, members. For the people who do join and things like that. So that's interesting. I have to keep brainstorming on that. Do you think moving out of the Wizards is a good move for Denny? It depends, you know, because I do think the Wizards are still high on Denny. I want to see what Denny can do with a full offseason of work. You know, no injury, no COVID stuff. I want to see what he does with a full thing of work, a full sheet of work. That's what I would say. So, I'm interested to see that for sure. In the long run, maybe. Because maybe he can blossom a little bit more on a different team. But I wouldn't say just yet. It's only his 3rd year. I wouldn't say just yet. He's only in year 3. He's going into year 3. He's all right. He'll be fine. I'm not rushing that. So yeah, okay, you said there was a video out when Denny played pickup ball. He looked really good. Yeah, I seen that. I think Hoop District had tweeted that out, the video. So guys, so would you guys want me to stream like this, like during Wizards games as the regular season happens? Like, would you guys like something like this, like watch parties, so we could chat as the game is happening, and like post game streams as well, like after the game and things like that? Would you guys like something like that? Me streaming here and there during the games and then streaming after the games as well for the ones I can catch. Yeah. Just how you said Denny on OKC off the bench could be nice. Denny on OKC would be nice because they're just a young rebuilding team in general, so he would get a lot of shine on there because he's on the young rebuilding team. Here you said yeah, because that's definitely what I was thinking about. Then I was thinking about making like a Discord too, so like to get thoughts, so we could like get our thoughts and stuff like that, about how we thought about the game, you know, on stream, so I can have some of you guys come on the stream with me and talk in the Discord and whatnot. Like, that's cool. Like, I feel like that would be real cool. But yeah, I mean, today, like, ever since I started streaming on YouTube, which was like yesterday or the day before that, like, it's been fun. It's been real fun. I've enjoyed the consistent talking with you guys, just the opinions, how you guys feel about the Wizards, how you guys feel about the draft. That's been cool. The support today was awesome. The donations, all that's been awesome. Really appreciative of that. The likes on the video, appreciative of that. Yeah, you guys make this fun, man. You guys make, like, I don't even feel like it's been 2 hours. Thanks for everybody who's been in here for sure. Like, you guys have definitely been, you know, lit. You guys have definitely been lit. Bees Needs Style, I would like that too. Definitely enjoyed the post game vids this season. Yeah, definitely want to do that a little bit more. It's hard to do because, you know, with like regular work and then Wizards play so many games. You say, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, you know, especially for when the season starts. Live streams like this on the channel. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And then of course, the draft. Yeah, be on the lookout for the draft. So yeah, it's sweet. Definitely, this is fun. Whenever, I don't know what the next domino to drop is with the Wizards though. I'm just ready for this draft, man. It's getting close. This is interesting. This is interesting right here. Kevin, did you see that Shaq's son's working out with the Wizards today? He wouldn't be shocked if we take him in the second round. Yeah, I saw that. I brought that up on stream. Also, Chase just tweeted this out about the Jalen Williams guys out there. Chase said he asked Santa Clara's Jalen Williams if he's had any contact with the Wizards in the pre-draft process. He said no. He said Williams is one of the fastest risers in the draft, but is projected to go later in the first round. Could still fit in a trade back scenario. Yeah. Like, I like Jalen Williams. I'm surprised they haven't spoken to him now. I feel like they've been doing their due diligence on a lot of guys. I mean, maybe it's like one of those. Maybe it's one of those like hiding your cards type of things, but I would talk to him at least personally. Or you said like Bronny James still in high school. Bronny's nice. Bronny's definitely nice. But yeah, guys, I'm probably about to wrap it up. Been on here for about a good 2 hours. Don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I may, if there's stuff to talk about. I may. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys who donated. Really appreciate that. If anybody becomes a member while I'm off, next time I'm on or in a video, on a YouTube video, if anybody members while I'm not streaming or something, definitely will be shouting out all my members in YouTube videos and whatnot, and on the live stream, of course. And yeah, so that's cool. Appreciate all the support, guys. I've definitely been trying to keep up with these. I know you guys like them. I like them too. I'm having fun with them. So when I get the chance, definitely going to keep up the consistency with these streams. You know, hence seeing how much you guys like them and enjoy them. So, don't have a YouTube video planned for today, so I don't think there's anything to look out for as far as that. Yeah, thank everybody for tuning in. You guys was lit. This was fun. Definitely going to be back on here very soon. And yeah, thank you guys for, like I said, all the support. Just watching. If you don't become a member, if you don't donate, I don't care about that. Thank you guys for just being in here and chatting with me. That's support enough for me, man. That is support enough for me. You guys make this fun for me and make me want to continue to do everything, like the streams and stuff. So yeah, just big thanks to you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys being in the chat. It was fun. Definitely, you know, I'll be back on here. So, I mean, that's about it, man. Good stream today, guys. Let's stream today. Appreciate all the support. Whew. And I'll see you guys next time, man. All right, guys. Peace.